a lot of times we come across a position in chess where we have two seemingly good options and we at a crossroads basically, and we have to choose the right path. And most of the time we choose the wrong path. But I'm going to try to help you guys choose the right path and make the best decisions, because sometimes, a lot of times when we have two seemingly good paths to take, we often regret taking this path and realize in hindsight we should have went a different direction. So in this game, my opponent took my rook and he's going to be up the exchange. Let's say if I just randomly just take back, right? So the decision to make here is, do I take back with the rook and I'm just down the exchange, or do I double down and take the queen? Okay, well, let's see. If I take his queen, he takes my queen. And if I take his knight, he takes my bishop, and he's totally up material. So that's out of the question. Now, you could say, well, if he takes the queen, you can move back, but then he just takes the pawn. And again, he's still up material. So that's out of the question. He's up too much material. So I let this happen, and I allowed this because I saw that rook d8, after rook d8, d1, excuse me, I'm completely winning. Completely winning. Now, if you don't see that I'm completely winning, that's fine. But just take some time out and look at this position and look at the reasons why you think white might be winning here. Okay, so first of all, yeah, I took back. I'm down the exchange, but I'm attacking his queen. I'm attacking his queen, so I have the initiative because he has to take care of that. And also, he has dark square weaknesses, and I have a dark square bishop. My queen is already on this dark square diagonal to his king. So all those reasons gave me, at the very least, the notion that I had, at the very least, compensation for giving up the rook for knight. So my opponent drops back, plays a very fine move for the position he's in. He doesn't realize how bad he's losing right now, most likely. But I play bishop h6 here, and the point of bishop h6 is I can immediately get material back if I want. What do I mean? Well, I'm threatening checkmate. That's what he has to take care of. So he doesn't have the opportunity to move his rook out of the way. So he basically has to block the checkmate. And when he does, I can at the very least take the rook. So he blocks with the queen. Now you might be thinking, okay, so I took the rook and I got back into the game, whatever. But no, that would be, even though that would be okay, it would not be nearly as good. So when we have the initiative and we have, and this is again, we're at a crossroads again. Do I cash in and take the rook and get the material back, which a lot of you are going to do, and for two reasons, because it seems right, and it's also psychological. You want to get that opportunity. You want to make sure you're not losing and you get that material back. But when we have an initiative and we're attacking, the most important thing most of the time is to build the pressure and keep up the attack. So here I actually played e5. It's the best move. And I'm attacking the queen now. Now again, I'm attacking the queen so he can't move the rook. So after he moves the queen, you might be thinking, okay, now I took the rook. Well, no. Now I actually played e6. Now what am I doing by e6? I'm threatening to win the knight, and I'm threatening to win the exchange. So I'm giving more threats to the position. I'm also threatening the biggest threat of all time, which is checkmate. So I'm just adding more problems to the position. So all of a sudden, this one threat of getting the rook, which was number one, if you just went forward and took the rook, that was his number one problem. Instead, that's the least of his worries now. Now he has to worry about the rook, which is down here in the hierarchy of problems he has. Then losing the knight outright is even higher than that. And checkmate is even higher than that. So I gave him triple the problems. So how does he defend checkmate and defend his knight? Well, it's knight f6. So you might be saying, okay, now it's time to take the rook. Again, you could take the rook. It's not absolutely horrible to take the rook, but it's not nearly as good, and we want to play as accurately as possible. So how do we build the pressure and continue the attack, taking everything into account, the context of the whole position at hand, the bigger picture? And I played e7 here, attacking the rook outright. The point is He only has one square to save his rook, which is e8. And now here I played d7. Now the point of d7 is I'm forking, obviously, his bishop and his rook. But the point is he really can't do anything about it. So after bishop takes, you might be thinking, well, oh, I just dropped the pawn. But no, I just straight up win the bishop. Now, why is that? Well, if he takes with the knight, he gets checkmated on the spot. And if he takes with the queen, I take his knight, so I get some material back. But more importantly, there's no way to stop checkmate at this point. The game is completely over. So for that reason, for tactical reasons, d7 just wins the bishop outright. But more importantly, notice I'm building the pressure. I'm not cashing in on material. I'm building the pressure. And when you build the pressure in chess, it's like investing your money into a stock or whatever, a commodity. It's an investment. You're not getting that small, you're not getting that small material edge right away. But if you keep on building the pressure and maintain your initiative, you're going to add more threats and you're going to get a bigger exchange of material in the long run. Trust me. So here he attacks my bishop, and now I just take his knight, and he takes my bishop. And he thought that was okay, I guess, because he's trading knight for bishop. He's trading down material. It's also with check. But again, what would you do here to get out of check? I don't move out of the way. I just block. And the whole point is I'm blocking and adding another piece into the attack. Notice how every single piece is doing something. I have a rook on the 7th rank. My pawn is passed and can promote on the eventually in one move. My queen is right next to his king. The bishop is aimed at the king, and now the knight. So now my opponent actually just kind of freaked out and played this and got checkmated on the spot. But more importantly, let's say he played like a very fair, like reasonable move, like queen g7. All you do here is just take, and after the only move, king h8, you just come back here, you chill, and if you look at the position, it's completely ridiculous. There's nothing black can do. He's completely down material, and more importantly, positionally, he has nowhere to move. He can't do anything. If he tries to dislodge my knight, I just keep it there forever. There's nothing he can do. He can't move, and that's the whole point of this game and this video. Hopefully you guys found that helpful, because a lot of times in chess, we come through a crossroads, we don't know what to do. We have to try to evaluate and see what the best pathway is, and a lot of times that is building the pressure, looking for key weaknesses in our opponent's defense, and seeing the overall bigger picture of the game of chess. Anyway, if you like that video, check out this one. I'll catch you guys next time. Go play some chess.